Hello Stitchers, it's Nicole. Welcome back to Stitching with Nicole. It is Sunday, August 17th, 2025. Welcome to Flosstube episode 118, and I am happy to be back for my weekly stitching update, where I share everything that I have either been stitching, quilting, anything with needle and thread. This is where I talk about all of that. So welcome back, everyone. And I just want to say a very warm welcome to anyone who has subscribed to my channel. I know there have been quite a few new subscribers, and I want to say thank you and welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. Today I have a couple of framed FFO pieces to share with you. I have a couple of finishes, my whip stitching, some things that I have kitted up. I want to talk about Needlework Market and my Stash Fest purchases from Lindy's Stitches. I'm going to do a little walkthrough of some of my favorites, and I have kept it pretty minimal this year, but man, Teresa Coca got me with her releases. So we're going to talk about those. I have haul, I have Stitchy Kindness. So let's go ahead and dive into today's episode. As a reminder, I want to let you know that I link anything that I talk about in my video that I have a link for down in the description below the video here on YouTube. If I run out of room in the description box, because there is a limit, it will be in the first pinned comment in the comments section. I always let you know in the description to go on over there to that if my description box has run over. There are timestamps available down in the description box below as well, which take you right to the section you're interested in. If there's something you want to go back and see, or maybe you want to check out the giveaways, etc., you can click that timestamp and it takes you right where you want to go. Okay, let's talk FFOs this week. So FFOs, I took 3 pieces to my framer, I don't know, 2-3 weeks ago, and he called to let me know early this week that 2 of the pieces were done. He was waiting on one of the pieces, and I didn't even ask him which piece it was that he was still waiting for the frame for. He said for whatever reason the company that they ordered that particular frame from is taking a little bit longer, and I was like, no big deal. I went to pick up my framed pieces, and also my oldest son had a picture framed that I had picked up for him in an antique shop, and so I went and picked those up. And when he brought out the pieces, the only piece that still isn't finished that is being framed is my finished piece from 2007. And I have to say, I was like, oh well, I've waited this long, I can wait a little bit longer. So I'm going to show you the 2 pieces I got back from there, and I did drop off Midnight Watch from Blackbird that I finished, so I should get that back in the first week or so of September, so I will definitely share that when I get that one back. Now, I want to say that I do a little behind the scenes videos for my stitching Patreon tiers, so they have seen both of these, and very excited. I'm going to show you Grand Old Flag from Brenda Gervais first with Thy Needle and Thread. This was a piece or a chart that my friend Chantal had gifted me at the Amana retreat, and I stitched it on the called for fabric, I believe. Might not be the called for count, but called for fabric, which was, I think, Legacy by Picture This Plus. Don't quote me, I don't have my chart right here. I will make sure it's on the screen. With all of the called for overdyed floss, 1 strand over 2, and I love this. I'm so excited to have this for my patriotic display and decor next year. I have kind of taken all of that down in my house, and so I'm ready to decorate for fall. I haven't brought out that stuff yet, but I am ready to decorate for fall. But I absolutely love this. I'll probably put it on my mantle since I haven't brought out any of my decorations for a little bit, just so I can enjoy it before I put it away. But my framer is the Frame Shop in Wichita, Kansas, and they always put this wonderful little sticker on the back that says what month and year I had it framed. And I absolutely love this. This frame, he has this in a couple of different colors. Maybe several different colors. And he said he ordered a lot of these specifically for stitch and needlework because he's had quite a few people bringing in pieces to be framed. And I love this. I love how it kind of has the distressing on it. It looks amazing. It is so pretty. I can't say enough great things about it. I think it's just the perfect complementary frame for this stitch. I'm so happy to have a framer and be able to start having my pieces framed so that I can hang them up and enjoy them. So absolutely gorgeous. And this, again, Grand Old Flag by With Thy Needle and Thread. The next piece that I got back is a piece that I had reframed. So you guys remember my Hobby Lobby debacle earlier this year. If you've been here for a while, if you're new, some people have good luck with Hobby Lobby, some people don't. I actually did not have good luck with I have a couple of local Hobby Lobbies. I think there's 3 in my area. One is, well, 2 of them are quite a bit far away from me. So of course I went to the one closest to me. They did not do a good job on either of my pieces, and I already took the Americana Blue from October House Fiber Arts and had Steve at the Frame Shop frame it, and it's beautiful. And I kind of put this one off because it's a Christmas wintry piece, and I thought I'll just have it done later in the year, you know, spreading out my framing and the price. And so I took this one in when I took in these others, and you guys, I loved stitching this piece. This might be one of my favorite things I've stitched. I love this piece when I saw it in Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine, but I love it more now. This is Dancer by Barbara Anna. It was in Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. You can buy the chart if you don't have a subscription to that. I did do my own color conversion. I remember that now. I will make sure that I list that down below. I'll look it up and list it down below for you guys in case you're interested. I believe I used a lot of color and cotton, if I'm not mistaken. I stitched on 36 count charcoal linen by Zweigart, 1 strand over 2. And look at that, you guys. And the perfect little frame. It's this little white grungy gray frame. It picks up the kind of gray and white of the floss perfectly. I think it complements the dark fabric. Everything about this I love. Absolutely everything. So it turned out so good. I cannot wait to put this out at the holiday time. The face on Dancer to me is incredible. Absolutely incredible. So I know I've seen a lot of you guys stitch this as well, but I love this. And something I want to note, and probably this piece when Hobby Lobby framed it wasn't as bad as the sampler, as the larger piece. They gave me a lot of pushback at Hobby Lobby because they told me that small frames, they couldn't do something smaller than, I can't even remember what it was now. And Steve never said that to me. Of course, I'm buying a custom frame, but I was custom framing at Hobby Lobby, and he was like, "No, we can't do a frame that small." And I was like, and it was this size. And I mean, there was a lot of pushback. I just don't think that the people working at this particular Hobby Lobby either wanted to deal with it or maybe they didn't know, because I know some people have really, really good luck, but I was really disappointed, and I went ahead and had it framed. I probably should have just said, never mind. And that's on me. But I just want to say there's something to be said about finding an actual framer and having a conversation with them, talking about it. And like I said, he is excellent. His name is Steve at the frame shop. I don't know if they take mail-ins, but if they do, give them a call or email them. Check out their website. They are phenomenal. He does a beautiful, beautiful job. And not just obviously stitch work. The framed print that my son had was not cross stitch. Surprise, surprise. Not cross stitch. So these are the two pieces I've got back. I love them so much. I think they are phenomenal and couldn't be more thrilled. That is it for FFOs this week. I actually have another one in the process, and I worked a lot this week, so I just kind of didn't get anything else FFO'd. So hopefully for my Monday newsletter, newsletters are going to start going out every Monday now. So Flosstube's on Sunday, my weekly newsletter on Monday, and hopefully we'll get into a nice system with that. And I am expecting over the weekend, because I do film earlier in the week and then have the video up on Sunday. I'm hoping that means over the weekend I can get something FFO'd, a little newsletter surprise, if you will. So stay tuned for that. And if you haven't subscribed to my email, definitely click the link down in the description below. Sign up for my email newsletter. It's generally just once a week, or if there's something big going on, I will put out an extra newsletter. Like if I am doing a sale or something, there may be some extras, but usually just once a week, kind of a collection of things. Sometimes things I'm excited about or things that are limited edition, etc. I try to include in there, as well as some extra photos and things of my projects, or, you know, just things that I want you guys to know about. Okay, that is it. Let's talk some finishes. I feel like now that I've been in this Flosstube space for a couple of years now, and definitely have built up a whip stash and a collection and just a chart stash, fabric stash, floss stash, all of the things stash. I feel like I have maybe found my comfort level, my groove, if you will. I don't mind having all of the whips. I don't. But I am feeling the need to, and I also have nothing against, like, if you need a break from something, I love that. That was my favorite thing about coming back to cross stitch, was just the ability to say, you know what? I need a break from this piece, and not thinking I must finish this one before I can start another one, because I don't think that. And I definitely like to have several projects going at a time, because those big projects can get tedious, and I need little breaks from that. I need little wins, little finishes. So it's not that, but I am really, really into having just like a little small rotation, usually 3 to 4 things, and I am working on those until I finish, 1 or 2 of them, push those aside, pull out a couple of more, maybe have a new start in there. I'm not opposed to that either. No rules. There's no rules here. But I am really enjoying pulling out whips and working on them to completion. And you'll notice that with those pieces, and then the 2 pieces I'm going to share. So both of these pieces were whips last week, I believe, when I shared in my last video. I know the Primrose Cottage one was, but what I think I'm going to do, especially because I think this is kind of fun, or if it's been a video or 2 since I have shared a piece especially, or months, who knows, years, I am going to pop photos in to do side-by-sides of where I was and then where I am now, or if I finished. I think that might be kind of fun. I do edit my videos, and I thought that when I did it in my video last week for one of the pieces, I believe, The Cat in the Moon from Brenda Gervais, and I thought, I think I should do that. not only for you guys, for the viewer experience, because you don't remember, it's not your stitched piece, you don't remember where I was the last time I stopped, but I thought, wouldn't that be fun to actually see the side by side on screen, so when I'm talking about it you can get the visual of what I actually mean, because you don't know what's going on in here. And really, probably no one wants to know what's going on up here. Sometimes there's some chaos going on up there. So that's what I'm going to do from now on, as long as I can find the photo. I know I was looking for something a while back. I could not find it anywhere. I was so frustrated. But that's neither here nor there. Let's talk about my finishes. I'm going to flip my camera. So again, I have 2 finishes this week. First up, Salem Sisters Apothecary from Primrose Cottage. As mentioned, this was a piece that I actually started when it first came out on 32 count. I scrapped that, didn't want to stitch 2/2, restarted this last year, and I stitched this on 40 count Time Goes By Seraphim, 1 strand over 2, and it is a pretty small stitch. However, looking at this, I was really thinking I'm going to have to flat finish this. I think I talked about this last week. I don't want to make this into a pillow. I can flat finish it, but I am almost thinking, after talking to Steve with Midnight Watch at the frame shop, I'm thinking that I may take this and get it framed, but I might have him do some sort of a decorative fillet with the frame to make it a little bit more of statement, but I think that might look really cool as a frame. Tell me what you guys think. I am actually really leaning towards that. I think it might look really cool. So I actually worked on this. My goal this week was to get 2 things finished, which I did. I kind of wanted to have a third, but I was really happy with the 2 things that I got finished. And I will say this, there's quite a lot of backstitch in this one. All the words, obviously the little spider webs and legs, the bird's legs, that was somewhat time consuming. And then these are mirror images. Now, something I noticed, I had stitched, well, you'll see the photo here, but I had stitched all of like this, the cauldron, and started on the words last week. I actually came and did this side and stitched all of this, and then I brought the rest of this row over here and stitched my big word, and I started on this small word, but then I'd also stitched a little bit of this so that I could backstitch up here. And I got to like the T-I-N, I think. T-I-N-C. I don't remember. But whatever it was, I then had come down just a little bit. I had a little bit here, and I was just going to finish my back stitching. It was easier to anchor my stitch with the actual crosses, and that because all of it is one thread. Anchor my crosses and then be able to come and finish my back stitch. And I was off, and I thought, oh my gosh, where am I off? And I kept checking, and everything here was the same spot on the urn. I was kind of going off the urn as it was over here, and I could not figure it out. These are correct where these are, but there is an error. I think maybe my bird is 1 stitch too high, if I'm not mistaken. The error is I must have based this side, at least, off something in the urn. One of these little scattered things, and it's one of these is 1 stitch off. So I was able to fix this. It was fine. It was only a tiny little bit of unpicking. But I thought that was interesting because I was basing where these go. There's a bigger gap here than they're supposed to be. 1 stitch. It's 1 stitch. Make it work. I wasn't going to rip out. I mean, it would have been a ton of ripping out. And there's no need. It does not matter at all. So anyway, that's my little long story about this. I think I'm going to get it framed, guys. I kind of wanted to take it, but then I wanted to film my Flosstube first. And so when I go pick up Midnight Watch and my other piece, or even if he calls and the other piece is ready, maybe I'll take this one. But I think it would look great framed. I really do. Anyway, that's Salem Sisters Apothecary. And did you guys hear? So last year they came out with the round one, the Salem Sisters, say that 5 times fast. The Salem Sisters Stitchery, and it's round, and I love it. I haven't stitched it because I really told myself I had to finish this one first, but I heard them say in their Flosstube that the next in this series is coming out here maybe next week, the week after, later this month, all their Halloween, and they say it's a big release. So I'm really excited to see what they have in store and see what the next one in the series is. Next, I was able to complete the Fat Quarter Shop up on the Rooftop stitch along. I'm still working on the quilt along. I did not get anything quilted last weekend, so that's going to be this weekend plan, so stay tuned to my social media. I'll be sharing that. I have 2 big projects this weekend. That's one of them. The other one I'm not telling you what it is until next week's Flosstube. But those are my 2. I have 2 projects, and that's on the agenda because I would like to get that quilt sent off. All of the pieces are cut. I just need to sit and sew. Piece it all together. Anyhow, I finished up on the Rooftop and it is adorable. So this is the Up on the Rooftop free stitch along from Fat Quarter Shop. You can get the whole thing now. You can download it at Fat Quarter Shop. And I did mention this last week that I made the only adjustments I made to this are the reindeer, which was part 3. The adjustments I made was I removed the darker outline from the reindeer. I didn't care for it. There's nothing else. The sleigh does have the darker red outline, but I felt like that worked for this, but nothing else really had that outline look, and I didn't like it. So I did all of my reindeer in, well, I'll tell you what I did it in chocolate mousse. But then the shading where legs meet and the hooves, I did in the, I think it's cocoa bean. Yes. And then I left the highlights the way they were. And then the eye on the chart was done in cocoa bean, and I wanted my eye to really pop. So I just grabbed black coffee. It's 3 stitches, you guys, any black. Anything that's going to make a nice statement will work there. You could use DMC 310, whatever. And I just grabbed that and stitched in the eye instead. And I have to say, to me, that makes a giant difference. For anyone who follows me for card making, you will know that eyes are something that I am quite passionate about. I always make a effort when I'm card making to make sure that the eyes pop. So I'll put a jelly roll pen over stamped eyes after I've done all the coloring and die cutting because I want the eyes to really pop. So this is just the same for me. It's just in stitching, I think. And I kind of was thinking about that the other day, like, why is that such a bothersome thing for you? I think that's it. Just to me, the face is super important. And in this stitch, the face, the deer is so stinking cute. I love how it's he's kind of turned back and looking at the sleigh. This sleigh is really pretty. I love that subtle little checkerboard pattern. I love the little snowflake block here in the sleigh. Really, really cute. This was a quick stitch. This border was the last week. It's very easy. It was way more time consuming than I thought it was going to be. I will say that. But I'm glad to have it done. I stitched mine on 40 count gunmetal by Weeks Dye Works, 1 strand over 2. Most of the called for, like I said, with the exception of the eye. Otherwise, all the colors were called for, just maybe a little adjustment in the deer. And I'm making mine into an ornament for my tree. And hopefully, maybe this could be the newsletter finish. Although I might finish the other thing first. We shall see. But absolutely love, love, love this. And I think if you are just seeing this now, and now that you see it all and it's not a mystery, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to stitch that. You could have this stitched up in no time. I think also, if you leave off the border, You probably could finish this into a circle ornament if you wanted to, and that would be really cute. So lots, really, really fun. I will say, I think Fat Quarter Shop hit it out of the park this year with their free stitch along and quilt along. The quilt is darling because obviously it's like this. The stitch is darling. It's really, really good this year. Absolutely phenomenal. And those are my 2 finishes this week. Let's talk about my whips this week. So I shared that I had started Yippee It's Halloween from Teresa Kogut, and this is where I got to. I'm also going to pop in here the split screen and give you a comparison of where I was compared to where I am now. I stitched the hat, I outlined the arm, I started the claws, I finished the fill-in on the face. I've added the eyebrows, not the whiskers yet because they do go clear out to the arms. And then I did start outlining the bow here, and then I kind of came down here. I had some green left, so I did the buttons. That's about the lowest spot here. So I have the hot, this is about as tall as it is going, this piece is going to be. It is going to be an ornament for my Halloween tree. But that's where I got to on this piece. I would really like to have this one finished before next week. And I think, you know, a couple of evenings and I probably could. And we will talk about why. And I am obsessed with all things cat right now. This kind of cat for Halloween. You saw the Cat in the Moon from Brenda Gervais that I finished. Now we have Yippee It's Halloween from Teresa Kogut. And we're going to talk about some needlework marketplace or stash fest type of things and all of that good stuff. So this cat, you do have to be part of Teresa's Patreon so that you can shop her secret shop in order to get it. It was available in her secret shop originally starting August 2023. It is not available for the public yet. She's not releasing it this year, but it really coordinates and complements another design that I think came out in her Patreon at the same time, but is being released now, which we're going to talk about, and I would really like to start. Again, I don't know what it is, but I'm obsessed with all things that is this kind of cat design. I love him. I think he's so funny and cute. He's going to be an awesome ornament for my tree, and I couldn't love it more. I'm stitching mine on 36 count Color and Cotton Autumn Squash with my own color conversion, which I will list again down in the description below. You can see here I've written down what I'm stitching mine with, and I love it. Adjustments, I used Weeks Dye Works Clockwork for the insides of the ear instead of whatever I had figured out here. I think it was supposed to be Persimmon. I didn't like it. I thought it was too bright orange. It's this right here. I thought the Clockwork looked better. These stars are supposed to be, let me tell you, Persimmon and then red. And I think I talked to you guys last week that I just don't think the red is what I want for my stars. So I am going to stitch the whole thing, I think, in this orange up here. I think. I don't know. I'm trying to decide what I want to do there. You can see that I haven't put them at all because I don't know. I'm almost tempted, maybe even white. I have no idea. Has anyone seen this stitched where the stars were done different? I'm trying to decide what I want to do with them. This orange does really show up against this, but I'm almost wondering about stitching them like in a white or something. But maybe I won't like that. I don't really want to pick out a bunch of stuff. Okay, so I'm looking for advice. Maybe I just stitch them the way it's called for with the orange and the red and just shut up about it. I don't know. But I do love him. I think he's just so cute. Anyway, absolutely adorable. I'm all in. All the Halloween. I'm so happy to be stitching all the Halloween this year. Okay, the last whip this week, I only have 2. I worked on my birthday start from 2024 because I want to get this done by 2020. This coming November is Autumn Cloche by Hello from Liz Matthews. And I did not get much stitching on this one, but you know what? A little bit is better than nothing. So last week I showed I had my little mushrooms. I came over here and started the greenery up here. I don't know why. I really wanted to get some greenery, and then there's a pumpkin right here next to it. And so I just started working my way over. I'm stitching this with all of the called for NPI silks. I absolutely love stitching with them. I'm stitching this on 40 count Milk Coffee by XJU Designs. All called for. Fabric's not called for. I don't even know what the called for fabric is. Good question. 40 count Steinbeck by Needle and Flax, which I did not have at the time when I started this, but I'm okay with it because I absolutely love this milk coffee. I think it's really pretty. So I'm super happy with this so far. And again, I'm just trying to work on this one. This is the big piece. I'm going to try to work on until I get it finished with those little ones in between. So that is it for WIPs this week. I had no new starts because actually the thing I'm working on that I'm not sharing yet, that I'd already started. That wasn't really a new start this week. And I'm just not sharing it. But if you're in my Patreon, you already know what it is because I did share it with them. I gave them a little preview of what that's going to be. And I think that's it. Okay, so I have pulled up the Lindy's Stitches website here for Stash Fest. And right here on the homepage, I do want to note the Harvest Moon Hangout. So this is going to be, let's just go right over here, September 19th and 20th. So definitely check that out. Super exciting for that. I have not bought my ticket yet, but I'm sure I'm going to. I definitely think I need to do that. I have attended all the Lindy Stitches events, and I think they are phenomenal. Except for maybe that first year Jingle Ball. But otherwise, I love them. So grab a ticket. I believe they're $12 if I am not mistaken. And so fun. Now, what I want to make a note of, there's lots of tabs up here, which you can go to all the things like what's new. I'm going to go to Stash Fest. This is going to take you directly to all of the orders from Lindy Stitches, where are all the what's new and coming from Lindy Stitches and pre-orders for Stash Fest. And you can read all about Stash Fest here, but pre-orders basically are all merged, which means that if all your orders placed by August 21st, which is quickly approaching, friends, they will combine shipping. So they will if you make multiple purchases, you will get your shipping refunded. I will tell you, I myself have done that and I've had my shipping refunded. So the excess shipping refunded. So such a nice little perk. Let's look at what is new here, the things I have not seen yet. First of all, this little pink peacock sampler looks adorable. Lots of cute things. Oh, this is really cute from Pansy Patch, their little strawberry basket pin keep. Lots of great stuff from them. Oh, look, Tiny Modernist has a cute little Thanksgiving-ish design. The fall bell jar is super cute too. Tiny Modernist, I always like theirs. So lots of cute stuff. Now, look at all these, you guys. So many good charts. Oh, I like this little Blueberry Ridge Bird and Berry Tart. That's cute. Oh, that's really cute. Okay, so I want to show you what I have purchased thus far. Ooh, look at Robin Pickens' new ones. I have missed a bunch of these, guys. Lots of new stuff. So lots and lots of great new stuff here. So the things I want you to make note of, I'm going to go to page 2. Some really pretty things. Proper Stitcher is in here. We've got Hello from Liz Matthews. So what I want to note, I'm going to pop this here on the screen. Liz Matthews' Santa Night Tree is now available. And I am mentioning this. My tree looks a little different than this. This was the Jingle Ball in 2023. I did take the class. I did stitch mine on antique linen from XJU instead of a blue. I absolutely love it. Let me come back here really quick. I am going to pop a photo in right here of my Santa's Night Tree. It's one of my favorite finishes. I highly recommend it. If you can get past stitching that plaid on the bottom, it's gorgeous. So pretty. So I'm so excited she's releasing this to the public. And I did want to show you guys that this is coming. And that is one of my top picks for Needlework Market Stash Fest. All right, so let me go back here. So a lot of these from Hello from Liz Matthews are things that were either Jingle Ball releases. I think I bought this Merry Christmas, Quaker Christmas Star at Jingle Ball, things like that. I think several of these might have been. Also, several of these designs are from her Patreon. I am in her Patreon in my Enable Vision today. I'm going to show you that. I love Liz's Patreon. Here's a couple of my favorites. I would like to stitch this Ghosting to Town, this little boo down here. I would like to stitch this as an ornament for my tree. And that would probably be quick. I probably should pull that out. I love this piece as well. This is her house on Pumpkin Hill. I thought this one was really cute and fun. I like the sunflowers. I like the leafy border, all of those pumpkins. This one was also a Patreon piece, so I have that one from Patreon. And I just think that is really cool. And then this one, I feel like was Holly Wreath at the Jingle Ball, maybe? I might be wrong about this. This cardinal, this one's beautiful. I like this one. And then this one down here also was a Patreon piece at some point, The Secret Garden. Really, really pretty. So, just wanted to make note of those Hello from Liz Matthews pieces. They're two of my top, the Santa's Night Tree, Ghosting to Town, and House on Pumpkin Hill are three of my picks. We're going to scroll down here a little bit. I really like this Quaint Rose Needle Arts Blackbird Inn. I think that one's really cool. There's lots of really neat ones here. I'm going to go over here. I was thrilled to see Erica Michaels in the shop. I did pre-order the Frightful Assembly book because I like these Halloween berries. I want to stitch these as berries just to tuck into displays. So this is one that I purchased. And then let's talk about Teresa Kogut. So you guys remember I said when I was talking about Yippee It's Halloween. Here is that cat that I'm obsessed with. I do have this printed from her Patreon. Full disclosure, I love her books, so bought the book too. I love this. 8 designs. Here are the 8 designs in the book. So Creepy Things was in Teresa's Patreon. I don't know if Dancing Halloween Cats was or not. I don't know if the Barn Owl was either, to be honest. Miracle Grow. Some of these I don't know. When I know that they were in Patreon, I'll tell you. Sometimes I can't remember. Stitchin' Witches. Trick or Treat Express. I think that's so funny, them on the bunny. We have a little Jolly Pumpkin. He would be a cute ornament. And then my favorite, which is We All Scream. I want to stitch him. This one's getting kitted up, and I think I'm going to stitch in a lot of the same colors that I'm stitching Yippee It's Halloween. I'll see if I need anything else, but I don't think so. It looks about like the same color palette, which I'm thrilled about. I think I'm even going to stitch it on the rest of this fabric. Isn't that cute? But her books are beautiful. You can see all the colors right here on the screen. All the beautiful artwork. So beautifully done. Very excited about this. And of course, right here on Steph's website, she has Teresa's Flosstube episode where she talks about it, which is such a nice little bonus. So anyway, this is one of my top picks for Needlework Market. In fact, anything from Teresa. Bittersweet Farm, gorgeous. Let me pull it back out. So cute. Let's click on this. Absolutely amazing. And the board you can get at Chantal's 141 Design. That's a special board for this stitch. It's made to look like a house with the pumpkin on it. Oops. Well, we don't need it supersized. Isn't that amazing? So cool. Absolutely love that. Another one. Let's look at this one. This is the Rustic Rhythm Board from Chantal, and this is the Time to Reap. It goes on this one. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the finish on that. So cool. And then this is my top pick. This is why I finally placed, I had been holding off on everything. This is Pumpkin Pals. You can bet that I am making this. This is an awesome little like jack-o'-lantern, stitched jack-o'-lantern. It's minimal stitching really. It's just these big areas of black, but I'm super pumped to make this. You can stitch the little pals to put in here, but also you guys think about putting in your Stacy Nash animal crackers. I think it's just the cutest little basket. So I ordered that as well. I think this little scarecrow guy, I Love Fall, is so cute. Very, very fun. And I did get the Thankful receiver. I thought the little pumpkin head guy, those plaid pants got me. How cute are those? So, so cute. And this is also finished on Chantal's 141 Heart Bender board. Also a really cute finish for that one. I like those rounded corners up at the top to kind of go with the rounded edge of the bender board. Really, really cute. Okay, there's so much, you guys, so much. I don't really do pink Halloween or whatever. I do in my card making, but not in my decoration. But if I did, or if I did a little specialty tree, I thought that these tiny modernist pieces were darling. I liked the colors in these and the designs. I thought those were really cute. I like this Lucy Beam Comfort and Joy pillow. I like the Lucy Beam Winter Stocking. Let's go down here. I thought a lot of the drums were really cool. This drum is cool. I thought the, let's see, Snowflower Diaries Joyful Christmas Calendar. I thought these were cute. I like those finished individually. Those are really adorable. Look at the cute little finishes for those. That's adorable. I like the little countdown design of that. Really, really fun. Oh, I don't know if I saw this one. You know me and the pumpkins. That's cute. Let's see. What else did I... There were a couple other things I wanted to note that I really liked. There's some fabrics you can pre-order, and definitely check the end dates. Steph has a lot of videos that talk about like final dates for ordering some things. Okay, Heartstring Samplery. I liked this Biscornu. I thought this was a beautiful Biscornu, gift of October Biscornu. So pretty. I liked that one a lot. Let's keep on going. There's so many things, you guys. So many good things. Some pens, new beautiful flosses. Some of these pre-orders might be closed at this point. So, oh, look at these cute little pens. I thought this Puntini Halloween alphabet sampler was cute. And of course, Quilted Tiny Town, it's sold out here already, but I know that one's been super popular. There's the Wee Santa from Heart and Hand this year. I thought these drums were really, really pretty. And I'm just going to scroll through here so you guys can see. A lot of the I shouldn't say older. A lot of the things that were first released, the pre-orders might be closed. I do think this one right here from Stitches by Ethel with the donkey is really cute. The chicken and waffles. I thought this was really cute. I also liked the joyful Christmas ornaments. I thought these were really pretty. Okay, so that is the Needlework Market Stash Fest at Lindy Stitches. I have really tried to be good, but the Teresa Kogut pieces totally got me. Liz Matthews, the only reason I haven't ordered the ones I pointed out to you is because I have them already, and I love them, and I want to stitch some of those. And hopefully you find pick up one or two things to add to your stitchy stash. There's always lots of great things, and I will have a link to Lindy's Stitches down below. I'm also going to have a link to my top, let's say like my top 8 favorites. That seems like a good doable number, which, yes, are mostly Teresa Kogut. Get your orders in for Teresa's stuff. I mean, it's so cute. So cute. So good. All right, friends. Let's talk some stitchy kindness and stitchy mail. Okay, so I got a beautiful card from Dana or Dana. I hope I said your name right. She won some charts and she sent this beautiful thank you card. Then Manuela, oh my gosh, so sweet. I can't really show you. Well, I could leave her little chart here. She sent me this little note, but she sent me the chart that they gave out at the Primrose Cottage grand opening. I love it. It's this darling cute little round. I am going to stitch it, so thank you for sending this to me, especially because I wasn't there for their grand opening, and what a treasure to get this. So thank you so much for that. I was thrilled when I opened that. I was like, oh my goodness, what is this? And I was like, oh my gosh, so cute. Then I got a box here from, hold please. Oh, Adette. She sent me a sweet little note, and she had some extra goodies. She had one of the Fat Quarter Shop cross stitch keys. I actually use mine all of the time. It's in my stitch box. She had an extra, so that will be in a giveaway. She sent this little spool, which, funny enough, I actually was needing some of these for a project I'm doing. Thank you. I'm going to use that. And then, oh my word. Okay, she told me what shop she thinks it is. Bee Skips. Yes, Pete's Bee Skips. And she had purchased this and was not able to use it. So she sent it to me. It's for your scissors and things. And you can put like tiny towns or other things. I actually think I want to do the October House Fiber Art scissors. And I might have to adjust it a little bit to get it to fit, but I think it would be darling on this. So thank you so much for sending this. This is beautiful. I love it. And will definitely use it for display in my craft room. So thank you so much. Fat Quarter Shop has sent a ton of awesome things for me to share with you guys. So first up, have you seen their little stitch boxes? So I actually hadn't seen these in person, and they sent this one to me. It's literally my favorite color. I love this aqua color so much. They're really nicely made. Little snap. And then when you open it up, there's a tray down in the bottom. Obviously a little piece of felt here for your needles or whatever. And then it has the divider, another little piece. And then it has the little pocket. Really nicely made, you guys. Could be decorated up so stinking cute. These are wonderful. Love the little cross stitch design with Fat Quarter Shop here on the front. Absolutely adorable. And this is called the Teal Crafting Case. They had it in pink too. I will link to this one for sure. If they have the pink one, I'll link to that one as well. This would be so cute. You could tuck in a few goodies and they would make wonderful little gifts for your stitching friends, or, you know, whatever, for yourself. No judgment here, but really, really cute. So thank you so much, Fat Quarter Shop. They also sent their So Tidy cross stitch bags, and I'm just going to take one of these out and show you. It comes with a package of quite a few of these. I also think buy a package of these would be cute to just put as little gifts. They could also be little gift bags, but they just pop up and you can put, you know, your little threads and things in here. They also fold flat, but I think they would be adorable to get a bunch of these, fill them with goodies, stick them on your retreat table for retreat gifts. Absolutely adorable. You get, I think 2 of each. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 in a bag. Really, really good deal. They could even just be used anytime for little gifts. You could punch holes in them, string some ribbon through, and tie them shut. So they'd make adorable little gifty bags too. Really cute. Next up, I thought this was so cool. This is their quilt project book. And I love the size of it. I love that it's got the spiral up here at the top. Has project list. I'm keeping this so I can look at it. So lots of pages for projects, project list, and it goes to 120, no, it goes to 150 projects. And then it has all of these little sections. So fabric, designer, pattern, quilted by, size, start, end date, all the things. Really cute, compact. For all my quilters, all your little quilty projects, I am totally going to use this. I love this. I will link to this down below as well. And let me see if this is all the things. Finally, we have Lori Holt's Stitchy set, you guys. So this is her little Stitchy set, which has the Stitchy stand. It has her Stitchy clips. Look how cute. I'm not going to unbox it all. It also has a little board in here. So it's got her Stitchy stand, Stitchy clips, Stitchy board. Comes with all the things. And if I'm not mistaken, the board is magnetic, I think. I might be wrong about that. Maybe it says on this thing, magnetic Stitchy board. I was correct. So really cute. Look how adorable this is packaged. This is awesome. Absolutely love this. More than likely, this will be a giveaway at a later date. I already have a little setup, but I think this is amazing. I really, really love the Stitchy clips. I think I might purchase the Stitchy clips on my own. I think they might work with mine. We shall see. But I just thought this was phenomenal. I love, 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 love this. And again, that would make a great gift. If maybe for yourself, maybe you need to tell your loved ones you would like to have that, but I think it would make a great setup and a really, really nice gift. Let's talk Enable Vision. I'm going to flip this around. I was thrilled to see that Fat Quarter Shop had a few of the extra Needle Minder of the Month club from Flamingo Toes. I did not sign up for the club, but I had seen this and I really wanted the July one. So you get a chart, floss, and of course the adorable needle minder, and I do collect needle minders. I absolutely love it. I think it is so stinking cute. Really, really fun. I think I have not shown my Belle Soie club. So I am in several floss clubs, including Belle Soie. So this was August. What month is it? And this one was July. And these are silks. Absolutely gorgeous, these blues. Oh my word, so good. I also got my Floss Fix, which is the classic Colorworks, the August colors. So here are the colors to add to my floss wall. We got Priscilla's Peppermint, Prickly Pear, Prairie Grass, Poblano Pepper, and Plymouth Rock. Love that. Then I had one, I actually have been getting these for a while and I don't think I've shown them. I get the little box of figs. I signed up from Fig Tree Quilts. This is the one for box 2 for this year. Let me show you the pattern. I love it. Really love it. It's with the Agatha Road fabric. I really love the little bonus. I don't think I can show you because it's just a little sheet, but I think I'm going to make a project bag out of the little bonus pattern. But here's what you get in here. First of all, this scissor case from Mud I love. We got a little mini charm pack, some charm packs, the fabric we need to do the front. You do need to get fabric for the backing. It's not included. And then also in the box, there's always extra goodies. So of course, there was the little scissor holder. We got a beautiful pair of embroidery scissors. I mean, those are so pretty. You put your needles in here and it keeps them all safe. And then a little pumpkin charm, which would be perfect for a project bag. So I definitely need to do that with leftover fabric or fabric from my stash. So love this. I actually love getting this. I have wanted to do it for years and I finally decided to take the plunge this year and I love it even though I haven't really sewn anything. I'm sewing more though, so I'm okay with it. And finally, I was talking about Liz Matthews' Patreon. This is the chart in her Patreon this month for certain tiers. You'll have to check. I can't remember which tiers have it, but love this one. It's only available for a month in Liz's Patreon. So I think that's kind of typical for most Patreons with charts, is they're available for a month and then they go away and then they usually come out a little bit later. But I really think Liz does an amazing job with her florals and ghosties. They're so cute. I'm going to pop in, actually here, the other one that I have and love. I want to stitch that one and this one, and I think they would be beautiful complementary pieces, but super pretty. It is charted in DMC. I think I would probably either convert it to NPIs or overdyes. But what I love that Liz does is she tells you on the different sizes of fabric how big it would be. I would likely stitch it on 40, but so cute. So I will put a link to Liz and Teresa's Patreons down below. Next, we're going to talk about 3 charts I am kitting up for new starts. I want to say this week. We'll see how it goes, but I'm kitting these up and hope there'll be new starts, at least a little bit of new start. All of them are fall or Halloween themed because that's just where I'm at right now and I'm okay with it. And I am going to share these with you in case you want to stitch them as well. So let me flip my camera. First up, because I'm stitching that pumpkin basket as soon as I get it, as soon as those pre-orders go out from Teresa Kogut, I got to get on my animal crackers. So I pulled out to start first Nettle. I am going to stitch her up because I bought her last year. I absolutely love her and I cannot wait to have her done and on display. So that's the first one. She is stitched on, the model was stitched on Ween Beans 36 count. I don't have that. I will kit it up with something else and I will let you know when I get that one started. But I am kitting this one up this week. Next up, I have Autumn Splendor from Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. This one was stitched on 36 count Barb's blend. I don't know if I have Barb's blend or not. If I do, I'll stitch it on that. Otherwise, I may pick another 36 count from my stash, so that because the finished size is 3 1/4 square, so I definitely don't think I want to go any smaller than 36. This should be pretty quick, but I think this is beautiful, and I will link to these at 141 Design. Chantal has this one in stock, so I will link to this one on her website if you would like to pick this one up as well. And again, that will be stitched with all called for colors. And that being said, I have wanted to stitch this since it came out as well. I stitched the long piece. What is that one called? Well, that's a good story. Anyway, When Witches Go Riding is this one. It's 3 little pillows. They're stitched on 40 count vintage country mocha. That's what I'm going to stitch mine on. I'm just going to check my Brenda Gervais floss ring for the flosses for this, because I probably already have them pulled. I know I have the fabric, and this is going to be a new start this week too. And Chantal at 141 Design also has this one in stock. So if you want to pick up Autumn Splendor or When Witches Go Riding, you could grab those both there. And you join me in some fun Halloween and fall stitching, and just enjoying all of the dreaming of cooler temperature, apple cider, pumpkin spice, you know, crisp leaves, crisp mornings. Man, I wish. I took my dogs for a walk this morning. Not crisp. Hot as the surface of the sun. It's so hot here. So anyway, we did not go for a very long walk. We just went long enough so that they could do their business and get them a little exercise, get Mama a little exercise, and then came right home so that they could get a big drink of water and flop on the floor, and I could flop on the couch. Anyway, so that is it for kind of what I'm going to kit up this week. So I just want to let you guys know that if you are in my stitching tier Patreon, whether you're in my just stitching or my stitching and paper crafting tier, either one, I put out behind the scenes videos every once in a while. And so they got to see what I'm making for retreat gifts for Quilter Station Extravaganza that I'm going to, I don't believe, it is the first weekend in September. I am going with my friend Holly Jones, Mrs. Jones Stitches, and cannot wait. We're going to have so much fun. I'm looking forward to it. The designers are incredible. I think I haven't met any of the designers coming in person, so I'm real excited for that, and just can't wait to see what's in store. So I definitely will take you guys along, but I will be sharing my retreat gifts with you guys here, but just not for a couple of weeks. I kind of save some of those things for Patreon. They get a few early access. One of the things that I am taking for a table gift, I did a video for, and Patreon will get that early access video for that. They're also getting early access video for the whisk brooms that I finished. I have filmed how I finished those, and so I'm going to put that early access video up for Patreon as well, and it'll be released eventually. Most of my content eventually is released. Some of it, like the behind the scenes video, those are like rough. Those are not released to the public on YouTube. So if you ever want just like a little behind the scenes randomness, come join me over on Patreon. I love to kind of share some of those things that I am doing over there. I also think that I said I was going to make a poll for this, but I think I have settled on what I want to stitch for my birthday start this year, Birthday Sal. And it's not a new design. It's new-ish in like the last year, I believe, but it's not brand new, which is kind of how I roll. It's manageable in size. I can easily break it into 4 parts for a 4-week sal during November. And if I get my act together, I may share that with you guys next week. Or I may wait till September. September, October, that's probably enough time to gather things up. I will let you guys know for sure, but I'm still kind of making sure that's exactly what I want to do, although I really do think it is. But I'll work on gathering all that information up and sharing with you guys in case you want to join me for my birthday sale this year. All right. Let's do giveaways. There is not going to be winners announced this week because now that I'm back on a weekly rotation, give you through Sunday night to leave a comment. It would be wrong to pick winners when you still have several days to leave a comment on that video. So I will announce those in next week's video. That should get us back on a schedule where I will be able to announce winners every week. But I do have 2 giveaways for you guys today. So please like my video, please subscribe to my channel, please be a US resident for physical products, be over 18 since I have to ask for your address, and leave the keyword that I put across the screen somewhere in your comment. I do use the random comment picker to pick my winners. And leave your comment by the date shown here on the screen. Comments left after that date are not considered because the giveaways have been chosen and usually, you know, mailed off and given away, all that good stuff. All right. So this week I had 2 giveaways. First up, I have Primrose Cottage Home Sweet Haunted Home. If you would like this chart, please use haunted somewhere in your comment. And second, I have Luminous Fiber Arts Enchanted Quaker. If you would like this chart, use Enchanted somewhere in your comment. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for joining me for another Stitching with Nichol episode or update. I appreciate you guys so very much. If you are new or you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I would super appreciate it. I would love for you guys to tell me, what are you stitching? Even if you're not putting in for the giveaways this week, drop me a comment. Let me know what you're stitching on. What's lighting your heart on fire? Are you moving on to fall? Are you still stitching and enjoying summer? Are you working on patriotic? I've seen a lot of beautiful patriotic stitching. Are you moving on to Christmas? Are you working on Christmas gifts? Are you quilting? Let me know what you guys are working on. I would love to hear. So just let me know. It's always inspiring to me. You guys inspire me so, so much. And I think that is it. I will see you guys all here next week. Have a wonderful stitchy week. Bye, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to always be notified when I have a new Flosstube stitching or quilting video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time. As always, I want to remind you that anything I talk about, I do link down in the description below the video here on YouTube. I also try to... So I went this week to pick them up, or this past week, I guess, to tip as well. Trick. Yeah, trick or treat. Okay, so let's talk about my haul this week. Or my